We're at Gethin Woods near Merthyr Tydfil to find out how it evolved to become home to BikePark Wales. Today we're going to meet the people who made the park a reality and take you behind the scenes to see just what it takes to run the UK's largest bike park. BikePark Wales is based in a 1,200-acre site with over 47 tracks graded from green to pro, or double black diamond if you're listening in America. Gethin Woods was home to some fun mountain bike tracks and hosted the Dragon Downhill series, but it took some visionary directors to turn this quiet hillside into a bustling business. When BikePark Wales started, they aimed to set a new standard for UK bike parks, bringing ski resort style luxury in a time when most bike parks were definitely rough and ready. When you head to BikePark Wales, you can expect your every need to be met. From rental bikes and helmets to hot food, you can have a chill by the fire, get your bike repaired and rub shoulders with pro mountain bikers. All bike parks must revolve around the trails, and BikePark Wales has some gems. Come with me as we go and have a look around.
There might be quite a lot of me getting overexcited.
That's exactly what you need. I'm here with two of the founders of BikePark Wales, Anna and Martin Astley. How are you doing, guys?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good, thanks, Will.
I want to ask you how you came up with the idea for starting the park and how we got to where the park is today.
So we actually incorporated the company in 2009, but we opened our doors to the public in 2013. Myself and Rowan Sorrell, we were the two who kind of had the idea and got this going. We had worked together back in 2004 as part of the team that built the Cwmcarn downhill track. And then after we'd done that build, we both went our separate ways. In sort of 2008, literally was just like, why doesn't somewhere like BikePark Wales exist in the UK? Like, surely it's got to work. And I think you immediately were like, yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
As soon as you said it, I was like, brilliant.
Yeah. So I called Rowan, I was like, look, if I'm going to build a bike park, he's a pretty good guy to give a call. He builds trails, he knows what he's doing. Basically, he'd had the same idea at the same time, and he'd actually started writing a business plan for the same thing. Long story short, we decided to team up and make it happen. We didn't have a finance person. Turns out that I was just about to marry a chartered accountant and ended up sort of becoming one of the initial founders and investors in the business. And at the same time, Liz, Rowan's wife, was a quantity surveyor, so she worked in construction. So the four of us really kind of got it off the ground. We had the idea and we pitched it to what was Forestry Commission at the time because they owned all the suitable land to do something like this. And they really liked the idea and were like, actually, it really fits with some discussions we've been having internally, and we want to create what they were referring to as a centre of excellence for mountain biking. The upside was that there was going to be some government grant money available to help make this project happen. The downside was that you can't just hand grants out to people and it had to be tendered. But fortunately, we somehow managed to convince them that we were the people for the job, and we won the tender, so we managed to get the right to develop this site.
So you got the tender contract. It was going to be you guys who were going to build BikePark Wales. How did it go from being just a picnic bench to a fully fledged centre and a working bike park?
That was the scary bit, really, wasn't it? I remember when we won the contract thinking, oh God, this is I really do remember thinking, oh God, we've actually got to do it now. We ended up with only 8 months to actually build everything because the grant money had a time deadline on it.
8 months of spending.
Yeah.
I have never spent so freely in my life. I'm like, there's a quad, right, we're buying that. There's a pickup, we're going to buy that.
And this wasn't...
needed it.
Because we had to spend the money or the grant went.
And Rowan was up on the hill like day and night building the trails. Like he was just like fully thrown into this.
Then we opened with not enough staff. I think there were 12 people.
Including us.
Including us.
Yeah.
We had 1,000 people rock up on day one with no electronic system. Yeah, everyone filling in paper forms. I then spent hours filing paper forms.
So when was that? When was day one?
24th of August 2013.
So since the park's opened, you've had two kids.
We have.
Right.
So has that changed your outlook of mountain biking or what you plan to do with the park?
Well, it's changed my perspective on everything, but the main thing of having children is that our kids now ride, and they love riding, and we love riding with them.
Yeah, they started on the green trail here at Kermit, which is a really long green that runs from the top to the bottom. And I remember Josh, when he first rode it, was really scared and would do one run and that was him done. And now, the last time he did from the top 6 to pod into Willy Waver, and Willy Waver is now his favourite trail on the whole park.
And Josh is only 4.
And Josh is 4, so
wow.
seeing his progression here and the way that he can do it sort of safely and take those steps up in a manner that challenges him, but he's okay with it.
Yeah.
It's been just so lovely to see.
It has, yeah. It's been really cool, and it's made us realise this is such a great place to ride with your kids, because you've got Kermit, which I genuinely believe it's a true mountain bike trail, and it's fun for us to ride.
Yeah.
But it gives beginner riders and young riders the sensations that we get, but in quite a managed way. And we've always said that we say from serene to extreme, that we're for everyone, from people who are riding from the first time through to Vantajam, and everything in between. And that was our vision. That's always been our vision, is that we want it to be for everyone. And our office is on the last berm of Kermit. And just hearing like the whoops and hollers and the feedback, because people don't go mountain biking and go, yeah, it was okay. They try and they're like, whoa, this sport's amazing. And that is cool, like introducing new people's really good.
So what trail are we standing on here then, Mark?
So we're on Boomslang, which is our brand new black trail. I actually haven't even ridden the whole thing yet.
All right.
Let's go and see what it's like.
Should we go send it?
Let's go send it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh mate, it's fresh. It's like sladdening. I'm about to go riding with Duncan Ferris, the architect of the Vanta Trail and trail supervisor here at BikePark Wales, and founder of BikePark Wales, Rowan Sorrell, who is the reigning Masters Downhill World Champion. Are you ready, guys?
Let's do it. Definitely.
Let's go. Bro, you went for the triple! You nutter! Yeah. I was not ready to go that far. Dude, that was wild, fair play. What are we doing here, guys?
So we finished working on this trail a couple months ago. Just tweaked it up a little bit, improved the line really. And the final stage of it now is to give it a test ride.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing here right now.
And what grade is this trail?
This is Pro Line, so comes off a black, but yeah, this is our highest grade. Yeah, this is actually one of the original trails from when the bike park first opened, so this has been here since 2013. But it is overdue a bit of TLC, and the guys are giving it some love.
Well, before we drop in, I think we should just say that this trail contains the biggest jump of BikePark Wales, is that right? So how many feet?
Peak to peak, it's the biggest gap. It's 50 to where you want to start landing, but you got the potential to go quite a bit bigger, yeah.
Okay, and what's the biggest jump on your baby, Vanta?
It is probably around the 35 feet mark. So it's quite a bit bigger down here.
But the Vanta jumps are a lot taller, right?
Exactly, more dirt jumpy style, so they're steeper, bigger landings, everything's a bit higher up. And you'll go higher in the air, whereas this one you're going to go further through the air.
So why do we need to test this jump before we get rid of this?
So it's the final step really in our sort of process to revamping a trail. So we'll go through all the sort of initial design phases and what we're going to do, and then it's doing the work, getting it all ready, making sure we're happy with it, signing it off, making sure it's all safe, and then obviously the final stage is testing it, making sure it's safe and fun to ride for everybody.
All right, and that's what we're doing now?
And that is what we're doing now.
Okay.
Tough job, but someone's got to do it.
And Duncan, you're a little nervous, aren't you?
A little nervous. This is actually the only trail in the park I've never hit. So this is a first for me, not just first testing it, but actually first ever hitting it. So excited. Okay, well, do you want to do the honours?
Okay. I declare Trail X open.
Open until after we've tested it.
Yeah. Talk about last minute, saw my life flashing before my eyes. Sorry. So Rowan, you and your wife Liz are two of the founders of BikePark Wales. And you told us earlier the park was founded in 2013, but before that, you rode this venue a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like, this is one of the old race tracks that we used to have in the South Wales valleys, called Dragon Downhill tracks. So yeah, I think the first races here would have been like 2001, 2002, long time ago.
And what does it take to make a piece of hillside into a whole load of amazing mountain bike trails?
A bit of vision, for sure. Like, obviously, when we knew this was going to be the venue, there was one track. So we're kind of stood pretty much where the old racetrack was. So yeah, there's one trail on the hill, and there were no bike parks in the UK at the time. So yeah, we were actually trying to do something new. You know, back in 2009, there was nothing else. Yeah, I think that the challenge was planning for the future so that we could create trails that a lot of people could ride. Like, they weren't just elitist, they were like accessible. Yeah. So we were creating these sort of fun blues as well as reds and blacks. You know, this has loads of scope and loads of potential for growth, and trying to like plan out the routes so the layout worked, but also like looking at the terrain, looking at on the ground, and there's some big rock features and rock gardens, and we're looking at those and thinking they'll be really good for, you know, a black section or a race section.
So you've got, is it 47 trails now? Something like that.
That's right, yeah.
So 47 trails. What's next for BikePark Wales? Are you planning on more?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've been working, probably the last couple of years just trying to put together a plan for what we can do trail-wise, and there's still loads of scope. Yeah, it's exciting, you know, I think for us and for the trail team, you know, to know ahead of them, we've still got loads more we can do here. So yeah, the plan's to add probably another 30 odd trails over the next 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so like BikePark Wales will be massive jumping ahead then.
Thanks for taking the time today, and thanks for letting me have a sneak preview of Boomslang, which I had with Martin earlier, and do a revamped Trail X.
Trail X, yeah. Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers. What a spectacular day here at BikePark Wales. We rode the newest track, the biggest jump, and we rode with 3 of the founders of the park. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you want us to visit a trail near you, let us know in the comments. Cheers! Those top berms are fast.
Yeah, G'ing out big time.